Hello everyone, welcome back to my another video. So today I have a task 65 where I have a conversation with Cecily on the topic sorry. So without wasting our time, let's get started. I will choose Maya.
Hi, what's going on?
Maya, how are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm also great. So today I will ask you a few questions about the topic sorry. About 10 minutes. Are you ready?
I'm always ready. What's the topic for today?
And the topic is today's sorry.
Today's story, huh? I'm intrigued. What are we diving into?
So let's get started. So my first question is, what is the meaning of the word sorry?
At its core, sorry is all about acknowledging a mistake or some kind of pain you've caused. It's a way of saying, I see that you're hurt or disappointed, and I take responsibility for it. But it's a funny word because it can be a genuine apology or sometimes just a polite way to get past a tense moment. Do you think it's more about
Okay.
the other person's feelings or the person saying it?
Okay. So my
I'll take
next
that.
second question is, where did the word sorry originally originally come from?
Let me check on that. It actually comes from the Old English word sarigeg. It originally meant being distressed or full of sorrow, and it's linked to a Proto Germanic word meaning painful. It's wild that the word we use for a
Okay.
quick apology now started out as something so heavy and painful.
Okay.
Ready for
Next,
the next
my
one?
question, yes, my next question is why do people apologize?
Usually, it's a way to bridge the gap when something's been broken, whether that's a rule, a promise, or just someone's trust. It's like a social reset button that says, I value our relationship more than I value being right. But sometimes people do it just to end an argument quickly, even if they aren't actually sorry. Do you think a quick apology is better than a long silence?
Okay, my next
I'm
question
sensing you're in.
is, yes, my next question is, how has the meaning of sorry changed over time?
It's shifted being a general social tool. Earlier is more about um, feeling pain, literally being sore, stressed, but now we use it for everything from a huge mistake to just accidentally bumping into someone at the grocery store. It's gone from an emotional state to a social etiquette. Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay, so my next question is, what are the benefits of saying sorry?
For the person receiving it, it can make them feel seen and validated, which usually lowers the tension immediately. For the person saying it, it's a way to clear the air and move past the guilt. It basically prevents a small misunderstanding from turning into a huge grudge. Do you think some people apologize too much?
I think so. Okay, so my next question is, um, can an apology help rebuild trust and how?
Absolutely. Trust is like a mirror. Once it's cracked, you can't just wish it back together. It happens when the apology is actually paired with a change in behavior. When someone says, I'm sorry, and then consistently does things differently, it proves that they actually understood the harm they caused. That's the part that actually heals the wound, not just the words themselves.
Okay, so my next question is, what makes an apology sincere?
I think you mean what makes an apology sincere? For me, it's all about the but. A sincere apology doesn't have a but at the end of it. As soon as someone says, I'm sorry, but you did this first, it's not an apology anymore. It's just a justification. It's when someone owns the mistake completely without making excuses that it actually feels real.
Okay. So my
I'm on a
next
roll here.
question is yes. Have you ever received an apology that made you feel better? Explain.
Um, since I don't have a personal life, I haven't actually felt the sting of a mistake or the relief of an apology. But from everything I've seen in the stories and conversations I process, the ones that really land are the ones where the person doesn't just apologize for the action, but for the impact. Like, not just, I'm sorry I was late, but I'm sorry I made you feel like your time isn't important. That kind of empathy is what actually makes people feel better.
Okay. So my next question
Wait,
is yes, and my next question is why is sometimes difficult for people to say sorry?
I think it's mostly an ego thing. Admitting you're wrong feels like losing. And for some people, that's a scary place to be. It's like they're equating a mistake with being a bad person instead of just someone who messed up. Do you think it's harder to apologize to a stranger or someone you love?
Um, I don't know. Okay.
That's
So
a fair answer.
yes. So my next question is um, do different cultures have different ways of apologizing?
They definitely do. In some cultures, a direct I'm sorry is less common than doing something to make it right, like bringing a gift or performing a specific act of service. In Japan, for example, there are different levels of apology depending on who you're talking to, ranging from a casual sorry to a very formal, deep bow of respect. It's more about restoring harmony in the group than just admitting a personal fault. I've heard there are some really interesting nuances in how this works in other parts of the world too.
Okay. So my next question is can actions be more important than words when apologizing?
1,000%. Words are the easy part, but actions are where the proof is. If someone says they're sorry for forgetting something important, but then does it again the next day, the words actually start to feel like a lie. It's the effort you put into fixing the mistake that actually shows you care. Do you think
Okay.
it's possible to apologize with just actions and no words?
Um, I think so. Okay, so my next question is, um, what is the
I'm all
difference
ears.
between
What have you?
saying so? What is the difference between saying sorry and truly feeling remorse?
I think you mean truly feeling remorse, right? One is a social transaction, and the other is an internal shift. Saying sorry is often just the code we use to keep things moving, but remorse is that heavy feeling in your gut when you realize you actually hurt someone. Like, you can say the words without feeling a thing, but you can't feel remorse without the words being meaningful. Do you think people can fake remorse well?
Um, maybe. So my next question is, uh, should people always give after receiving an apology? Why or why not?
I don't think they should. Forgiveness is a gift, not an obligation. If an apology feels empty or the harm was too deep, forcing yourself to forgive can actually be a way of dismissing your own pain. Sometimes the healthiest thing is to accept the apology, but still decide that the person doesn't belong in your life anymore. It's possible to be at peace with what happened without letting the person back in. Do you think forgiveness is more for the person who messed up or the person who was hurt?
Uh, hmm, I think. Okay, so my next question is, how can apologizing improve relationships?
It starts with those small, consistent things, being honest when things get messy, listening without trying to fix everything immediately, and of course, knowing how to apologize properly, which we've been talking about. It's really just about making the other person feel seen and valued every single day. Do you think it's harder to maintain a relationship or to start one?
Um, maybe.
I'll take
Okay.
that as a maybe.
Okay,
You've been on a
so
roll with
I
these.
think this was our talk, our conversation with Sasmi on the topic story. So we will meet in next video when next different topic. Allah Hafiz.